and welcome to another D-3 tutorial. So this one is on how to get your crystals to look like this, and then to look more like this with this jarring crystallization all over the place kind of randomness you see here. So what we're going to do, obviously open up a new file. We have to create a model first. Show you how to make a quick diamond. You go in here to the disk. This segments to 1. I'm going to change my display to shading with lines so I can see the lines over here. We're going to pick 5 sides. That's about right. Yeah, we're going to delete the falling tag because we just don't need it. I'm going to rotate this object negative 18 degrees. I'm going to put it in right here. And then I'm going to click my axes tool right here on the left. Then hit that to 0. Undo that, make this editable, and then hit that to 0. Okay. What this does, instead of rotating the object, it rotates your axes. Does that make sense? I'm going to select points, get to my live selection tool, make sure my disk is selected, grab these two, and I'm going to use my scale tool and widen these. First, there we go. Once that's widened, I'm just going to grab this and drop it down. I get that basic diamond shape. Leave it up a little bit higher. I'm going to grab these two and bring them closer. There we go. Get this really nice extrude right there. I'm going to hit my polygon selection tool, just grab all the points, hold Control, click and drag to whatever distance you want. Let's go around, I don't know, 75, 80. I'm going to click my scale tool and I'm going to scale it. I don't want to go past 0, I want to go to 0 or very close to it, and then go to my size right here on the bottom right. Just go 0, enter, 0, enter. So all those are now, all these points are located at the same point. And then to marry these, I'm going to hit my rectangle selection, go all the way to the here to the right, unclick visible elements, so that's off. Click my points, highlight the entire thing, right click, optimize. And what that does, if I move this, it's connected. That looks kind of cool. Obviously I'm going to hit my mesh, create tools, make sure my polygon selected. Mesh, create tools, close polygon, bam. I'm going to select that top polygon. Control, click and drag, make that a little bit smaller, good enough. And then I'm just going to raise that up. And there's our diamond model for this tutorial. Just because I can, I'm going to stick a bevel on that, and the default is efficient. See how that looks. Let's add our material on here. I'll double click down here. Go to color. Get that pinkish purplish color. Good enough. Transparency on. Reflectance at 1.52. And some 90 random number so the pink comes through. Let's add a Beckman, turn off specular strength, and the defaults are efficient as well. So right now we render this and we get that. I'm going to change my color to a less saturated pink. That's good. You still get these refractions and reflections right here, which looks okay. So here's the trick. I'm going to hit my disk tool, Control C, Control V, copy and paste. I'm going to delete my bevel. Oops. Ooh. Alright. I'm going to hit my points tool. Now I'm selected that new one that I just made. Go to Create Tools, Knife. All the way here to the right, unclicked, visible only. And we're going to make a lot of cuts. Just randomly through our object. We're going to rotate our camera. I'm going to get angry with it. When I think I have a efficient amount. Fatality. Just kidding. So I'm going to go to my lasso selection. Right? With bullet points still selected. And I'm going to make some chicken scratch. I'm basically going to select random points from this object by doing this. And I let go. And I have random points selected. Grab my scale tool and I'm going to shrink these down. Just like that. Go to my model tool, selection tool, and shrink that. That doesn't go past anything. And we're going to render it out. And there you go. And that's how to fake some really crystallized structures. Now what else I did is I added a HDRI. Go to luminance. Although we're not going to be using GI. I used this one in the screenshot. Found that off Google. I think it's a GSG one. Add it on the sky. Create a compositing tag. Cinema 4D's compositing, seen by camera, off. I don't want to see it. Go to our multi-view window. I used our parallel camera. Like that. Zoom in here. And that's what it looks like. Really nice. We can go to our front view. Oop, let me redo that. You're getting these bevels here too, coming out pretty good. And then our, if I can hit the right button. Then our side. That's all that there is to it. We can, I'm not sure what the difference would be. We can render that out real quick for compare and contrast. Edit render settings, do physical global illumination, add the AO, leave it all at default. Wait for this to be done. This is rendering at 2560 by 1080. It's the ultra wide. Hence my screen size. I'm gonna jump this down to 75. There's our first one. And here we are. So this looks really cool. It took 6 minutes and 27 seconds to render at a pretty high definition. And yeah, that color palette is really nice. It's all the way throughout. Check out what the perspective one looks like. Let's change the angle. Zoom in a little bit. Paste the composition. And we're gonna let this one render out. And here we are. So I think the blue color is from the HDRI because it's lighting the scene. I know there's like a blue sky, it has a lot of blue colors onto it. So I think that's what the hue is coming from. And it came out really nice. It looks like that scene from Interstellar where he goes transdimensional near the end. Not to give the movie away, but yeah, like look at this bevel over here. We can zoom in on that. So just do 100%. That's a really nice bevel. And then you get the reflective highlights right here. It's really nice. So that's how to make more crystallized crystals. And can you apply this for other shapes? Absolutely. So let's get out of, because it takes a long time, GI and AO. And let's get some other shapes going on. So how about we can go to a plate tectonic, and Bucky, one of my favorite in that area. Let's make that a little bit smaller so they're relatively the same size. Come on. There we go. I think my battery's dying in my mouse. Let's copy and paste our material. Let's just make it a different color, just because we can. I just selected that random green color. I'm gonna leave everything default, drop that in, copy and paste that. Make the second one editable. Create my points. Let's do the same exact thing. Make our knife tool. Going to select random points. Practice my chicken scratch. That looks efficient. Drink it down. I'm not going to go all the way, just because. And then go that far. Check out that render. Come on, look how cool that looks already. Oh, look at that highlight right there. This is why I like Bucky. This is why Bucky's one of my favorite. Oh, that's really cool. And the part that I didn't do is a little bit yellow. That's interesting. Oh, it's a little bit yellow right here too. Oh, it must be something from the HDRI. Oh, that's really cool. Make another one. And let's do another plate tectonic. Let's make that a little bit smaller. Move over here to the right. Copy and paste this material. Double click. Change that to yellow? Feeling yellow. I don't know why. Drop that on. Oops. Let's change this plate tectonic to dodeca. Copy and paste. Make that editable. Now, I'm not gonna cut the lines through this one for kicks and giggles. I'm just gonna collect random points. Drag it in slightly. Make the entire thing a little bit smaller. Or shrink it this way. Copy and paste it. Rotate another one inside of it. Check this out. Copy and paste that. Then I'm going to render it out. Let's center our camera. I'm making this absolutely worse. There we go. Oh, look how nice that looks. Got this green coming up because it's Probably reflecting off something over here. Look at this highlight over here. That looks really nice. This one has it too. And there you go. This one came out good. You can see where all these contract into this one. You can't really tell on our Bucky, and you absolutely can't tell what the inside is on the Deca. That came out really nice. So that's how you do that. And I'm going to do a bunch of speed arts after this. And thanks for watching. And I hope your crystals or your gems come out just as good as this.